Alrighty, we're going out on a short ride towards Yalanka, after which we will be going to our friend's house to get our bike maintenance done. And by maintenance I mean just general chain cleaning and all of that. I'm not carrying any chain lube or anything of that sort because it's all there in Humaid's house. Whatever we need is there. And I have one chain cleaning brush which I have kept in my back pocket. Bike was a little too close. Also the bike is extremely dirty, so we'll clean it as well today. Look at how many dents are in my car. By the way, this is all second or third parts. I don't mean third hand, I mean third new part. It has been damaged extensively 2 times, because of which we had to replace them. And this is the third time where it is being, replaced. And it's still held by screws. I don't know if you guys can see it. Car has gone through a lot. It's on life support at the moment. It has done 3 lakh kilometers in a span of 13 years. It was in 2012. And yeah, and the 3 lakh kilometers, in that the first 250 was on the first 5 years. After that the car usage just dipped, so we didn't travel much in this, like not in this car specific, but we didn't travel out that often. Previously my dad had more work in Kolar and other places, real estate, so he used to travel quite a lot. Now that has reduced, so it is majorly on what is it called, right at our doorsteps now. We're going to be riding behind him for the entirety of today. We're a little short on fuel. We have 3 points, but since we're not traveling much today, that's all right. And I don't want to fuel up because I want to get the tank wrapped this in the coming 2-3 days. So I'd rather have the tank being wrapped when the tank is empty, so that they don't have to handle the fuel aspect of it. But yeah, we won't have any worries of fuel. Also, I did drop my bike recently, 2 or 3 days back, because of which my bar end has gotten a little loose. We will tighten it today. This lady just stopped in the middle of the road. Holy shits, bro. I see a big car. I think it's an XJF. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, sir. It's XJF. Oh, the XJL. My bad. My bad. Wait, is there an XJF? I'm not sure actually. I think it is only XJL. And I have mistaken it. Yes, I believe. I'm gonna have to stop the music. My head is already paining. And the music is very loud and annoying. I take a right here. Alright. We have reached the house. Alright, we're done with chain lubing and chain cleaning. And that guy's bike engine oil and oil filters. We're heading out for some bike shopping now. Bike item shopping. So Ravi wants to get a helmet, so we're getting a new. I'm satisfied that I got my chain got lubed. Plus I got my Ferrero drink that I really wanted to get from a while. For those who don't know, there's a store called Lassi Shop. I'm not sure if it's there around outside Bangalore as well, but it's there in many places in Bangalore. And they make this shake called Ferrero coffee. I'm not sure if other places also make it, because I haven't heard of it or had it before in any other place. And it's very good. I drink that once in a while. More than that, recently I've enjoyed the Blueberry Blast. That's a fantastic drink. What is it called? Mocktails. I think they're called mocktails. By the way, today Ravi just purchased a new helmet. He got an Axer. I forgot the exact model number, but it's an Axer helmet for 4,000. Apex. Axer Apex for 4,400. He paid a total of 6,200, I believe, for the Bluetooth plus the helmet. And fun fact is, Humaid has the same helmet, but Humaid has a print of a sea creature, but Ravi has a plain black one. He bought a plain black one. So apart from that, it's the same. Poor guy struggled to fit the car into that. He could have just come forward and taken the right. Don't know why he didn't. Did they block it? I don't think so. Yeah, see? Could have gone like this. This would have been so much easier. Maybe he doesn't know, or maybe maps is showing him that. We didn't know for sure. I panicked as soon as I saw the lights. I thought somebody's coming in the opposite. Even though this is a one-way, you can't really trust anybody in India, or anywhere for that matter of fact. India is a one level on the top, but anywhere outside also you need to pay attention, because we being bikers are quite vulnerable to injuries as we're exposed to the environment. However, cars, you're a little bit on the safer side. I'm not saying cars are extremely safe. You could very much wound yourself in a car as well if you're not wearing your seatbelt and not driving carefully. But the thing is, you're more likely to get injured on a bike than on a car. It's just facts. So it's rather better to be safe than sorry. Just keep paying attention to who's joining your lane, or who's trying to overtake, who's speeding behind you, who's speeding in front of you. A lot of things, but yeah, not too much. With time, I think people get better at it. Because when I remember when I was learning, so a little bit about myself. I started learning motored vehicles when I was 7 years old, but in private land, not in public roads. So when I was 7 years or 8 years, I don't remember exactly, but one of those. My dad had an S team, and we had some private land. So and it was not very level, but there was a slight slope, but it was like very little. It's like nothing for a car. So I used to practice my car in that, and I was like extremely good. Like those were the vehicles where you could stall in the cars, because it was a manual plus it does not have that, what is it called, higher torque, for that you just lift the clutch and it starts pulling. So you have to manage how much throttle you give as well and all of that. But I never stalled in that vehicle when I was learning. Like the first time I took the car out also, I didn't stall it. And I did practice a lot. I used to go there once in a while. I think once in 2-3 weeks, because my dad used to have work in that land. And whenever we'd go there, I would learn. I would take the car in the spin. I would take a spin in the car. And every day I took the car out, I did something different. Like for example, to give you a brief, the land was in a rectangle, but with a sort of private road in the center. It was like a layout, but then not proper road as such. It was just markings. Those markings were done with coconut trees. So you had an idea of how big a site would be in the road markings, because it was a layout, right? So I used to use those as my marking points and used to ride around them, and would do something like how your RTOs have cone riding, and then also how I used to go in reverse to see if I'm able to take my vehicle out and all of that. So I used to do a lot of that, right? And I got really good at it. But I legally and properly took my car out, or any vehicle out. I think car only was the first vehicle that I took out on road, and that was when I was 18. And once I started taking it out, I used to ride extremely slow, like slow plus extremely careful. Like if I would see somebody coming in the opposite, I would instantly slow down and move in the if they're coming from the right, I would go to the left, just so that I don't what is it called, have no odds of touching the vehicle. And yeah, I did that, and it took me a while to kind of get used to it, getting used to the traffic, getting used to how people respond. I think it took me almost a year or two to get adjusted to the Indian roads, which is where I live. But yeah, once I got used to the Indian roads, now I'm pretty comfortable, because I know how people would react, at least most of the time. But that still doesn't give me the freedom to ride like however I want. I still have to drive carefully, because people can be unpredictable, right? So same thing. I didn't touch bike on the road until I had to go to my college, which was when I turned 19, I believe, 19 or 20. Let me think. 21. 21 means 3, 18. Oh yeah, when I was 18 or 19. So yeah, when I was in my end of 18, correct. So that time I used to take my bike out to college. I used to initially, for the first year, I used to come to my college in car itself. But then later on I started changing to the bike because traffic was a lot. So it would take me a lot of time. And bike was a lot more convenient. He was a good guy. First he tried giving a hand signal, but he noticed I was already there on his right. So he just let me go first. And he did it very politely. Very demure. I like it. We were taking the engine oil, and look what we found inside the engine.
फिर भी बाइक चल रहा है बजाज का
And the bike was running.
बजाज ब्रो, रियल बजाज।
वैसे हर बाइक चल जाता है बट
ये कहाँ से निकला ब्रो?
If anybody knows what that part looks like, let me know.